Hello, welcome to Small Jobs with Big Bob. My name's Bob, and today on What Does a Cruise Director Do on Vacation? And by the way, today's vacation during the pandemic is 374 days long. Now, for what we're going to do, we are going to change a shutoff valve on a toilet. It's very exciting, I know, but a plumber is going to charge you $150 to start with to do this. To buy the valve, it's about $10 and about a half hour of your own time. So, thank you very much and stay tuned for Small Jobs with Big Bob.
If you have some chores that are causing you problems, turn to Small Jobs with Big Bob.
Tonight's episode, how to install a shutoff valve on a toilet. This one's been frozen open for years. And by frozen, I mean locked in place. There's no possible way to shut the water off here. I was terrified when the water was connected to even try to turn that handle because the possibility of breaking it and having water everywhere, very good possibility. So the first thing you do before you do this job, shut the water off to the entire house, drain the water that's above basically the level you're looking at. So the level I'm talking about is where this water valve comes out. So anything above that in the water pipes, like this shower, if you don't open the shower head and let it drain, if you don't open the sink valves and let the water flow out of there, all of that water is going to come out of this valve when you take off the water hose to the toilet. So shut the water off to the entire house before you take the water hose off of the shutoff valve. So right now we're going to put on a new valve for the toilet. All right, when you're taking off a water valve, you want to make sure you, first of all, hold the valve and then get another wrench to take off the nut. So you want to make sure you get one to hold the wrench, because if you only try to take off the nut, more than likely you're going to twist the pipe and break the pipe back into the wall. So get a wrench to hold the fitting, which I'm going to hold from the top, and then a wrench to go around the nut at the bottom. Hold them solid. Oh, that's nice. And just unscrew it. And once you get a little bit loose, you can turn the fitting and it's a whole lot easier. Now, this is the old fitting. You can see inside there is a lot of corrosion, but just to try and spin that, it's not going to happen. That's why we have the lovely new shiny valve. Now, around the copper pipe, we have one of these. This is called a ferrule. This goes between the nut and the fitting. So this goes in there, it goes around the pipe, and then this goes in here. And when that goes against that piece, that forms a watertight seal. So we need to get this piece currently, which is on the pipe, off of the pipe so we can put a new one on. So now that we have the new ferrule and nut on, just slide the new fitting in there, tighten it up. There we go, tighten it, straighten it up so it's where you want to be. And this, we're not going to use this because we have the water line that screws directly into the fitting. So first let's tighten it. Same thing, come down from the top to hold it. And then tighten it up with the crescent wrench. If you have regular wrenches, it's better than a crescent wrench. But if not, a crescent wrench, 2 crescent wrenches will work. Now the best thing, we're guys, we know we want to crank this thing as hard as possible, but the best thing to do is get it to finger tight, and then you're probably going to have to go a couple of more turns because it's pretty, I don't know, you're just going to have to tighten it up, but don't break it. An old adage that my grandfather used to say, tighten it till it breaks and then back off half a turn. so don't break it, but give it tight. You kind of know when it feels like you don't want to go any farther. And then, like right about there, that's plenty good. Let's pull it off. Let's connect it. Let's turn on the water. If it does leak a little bit, then you tighten it up a little bit more, but a little bit at a time. All right, let's connect the water hose, shall we? Let's put the washer back in that came out when we took it off. So we'll just set that back on top. Then we'll put the hose back on. One thing you never want to do is cross threads, because that's a real pain. There we go. Once you get it on, move the handle out of the way, bring it down to just about finger tight. And because the washer is fairly compressed, give it another eighth of a turn. Right to there. All right. We are ready to turn the water on and see how it works. And hopefully, no leaks. No leaks! All right, to finish up this job, whenever you put in anything to do with water and you want to see if there's a leak, especially long term, a brown paper bag, newspaper, anything like that, even cardboard, if you set it underneath there, it'll show you exactly where the drip is and give you a much better chance of solving it. So after a little bit of tweaking, we solved all of the drip problems here, and that is our job for today. So we have a brand new shutoff valve. And for what does a cruise director do on vacation? I'm Big Bob with Small Jobs with CD Big Bob. Have a great day.
If you have some chores that are causing you problems, turn to small jobs with Big Bob.
No leaks! I'd really like more people than my parents to see these videos, so if you could do me a favor and please click the subscribe button and share with one other person. Thank you. No leaks!